take from that performance against San Diego State, and how are you going to be able to use that going into Boise? I mean, what a way to start, right? Toughest defense in the league.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a rough time, but we kind of took that personal, and especially me. I got to play better for my teammates, and we put a lot of work into this, but we're ready. It's kind of a wake-up call for all of us, but we're going to come back.
How far ahead did Coach give you the nod that you were going to be the starter not only for this game but for the rest of the year?
I think probably either Thursday or Friday. I found out it was kind of being talked about throughout the week, but made that decision later in the week.
For you, I mean, this is what you wanted, right? You transferred here. You want to be quarterback at Fresno State.
Yes, sir.
The opportunity is here. How's it feel to have it?
It feels great, but I haven't done anything yet. I still got to prove myself, and we still got to win some games.
Yeah, talk about going to Boise. I mean, what a good 1-2 punch. You're playing the best defense in the league for game one, and then going to a tough place to battle in game two.
Yeah. I mean, this is what it's all about. This is the big stage of FBS football, and that's what I signed up for, and I love every moment of it. The ups and downs, learn my lessons, and we move on.
Carson, when you think Fresno State quarterbacks, who are some of the guys that come to mind? Like, why did you want to come here and be Fresno State quarterback?
I mean, most recently Jake Hanner, of course. I watched him, when I was in high school, and he was a good inspiration. He played hard, and I loved his effort and the way he, carried his team around. And obviously, David and Derek Carr, both legends over here. And I just want to try my best to, live up to them and fill their shoes.
Another big game. There's a trophy on the line. I mean, what is seeing that every day do for you guys?
It's motivation. We see it every day. That's what we fight for. We fight for each other, and we see that thing. That's just the cherry on top. But we really do it for everyone else on the team.
Carson, what's different about playing in this offense compared to what you're used to before?
Honestly, it's all pretty similar. Just kind of learning the ins and outs of it is probably the biggest thing. There's a lot of little details that I need to master still, but we're working towards it, and everyone's there to help me and got my back. So I appreciate that from them.
How different are you now compared to August, in terms of picking everything up?
Leaps and bounds more. Going through fall camp and getting those reps, it always helped me so much. And even last Saturday, it wasn't most ideal, but it's helped me learn the negatives of it. So now it's time to turn it into positives.
What does leadership look like for you, and how important is it after Saturday's game?
It's very important. My teammates, look back on me. Unfortunately, being the quarterback, you do take all the good, and you get all the blame too. So I wear that on my sleeve, and I got to step up for my teammates, and I'm going to try to lead them in a battle this weekend.
We're all our own toughest critics, but you take from this game and improve on to help your team win.
Honestly, just everything. We all just got to be on the same page. We all got to know what we're doing on each play, do my 1/11th, and make sure everyone executes at the highest level.